Now our next series, starting this Wednesday, is going to be What's the Deal with Satan? That's right, the ultimate bad guy, the big liar. And I don't think I'll stick around here too much longer. Something's brewing up there on Mordor. And hey, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It guarantees you that you will see what's the deal with Satan. The word Satan is derived from an ancient Hebrew word, ha-Satan, which is not actually a name, but a noun, which means the adversary. Now, over the centuries, Jewish writers began to apply this title to the biggest adversary of them all, a divine being who rebelled against God. Now, Satan became so impressed with his own beauty, his intelligence, and his power, and the position, that he began to desire for himself the honor and glory that belonged to God alone. His pride represents the actual beginning of sin in the universe. So what exactly happened? Well, simple. He tried to stage a coup of the divine council. How you are fallen from heaven, O shining star, son of the morning. Now I'm reading from Isaiah 14, 12 through 14. You've been thrown down to earth, you who will destroy the nations of the world. For you said to yourself, I will ascend to heaven and set my throne above God's star. I will preside over the mountains of the gods far away in the north. And I will climb to the highest heavens and be like the Most High. Then in Ezekiel 28 it says, we learn your heart became proud on account of your beauty, and you corrupted your wisdom because of your splendor. So I threw you to the earth. I made a spectacle of you before kings. By your many sins, and by your dishonest trade, you have desecrated your sanctuaries. So I made a fire come from you, and it will consume you, and I will reduce you to ashes on the ground in the sight of all who are watching. All the nations who knew you are appalled at you. You have come to a horrible end and will be no more. We know that Satan leads an army, a large army of rebellious and fallen angels who were also cast out of heaven. Now these fallen angels are now demons. For if God did not spare the angels, they sinned. Now I'm reading from 2 Peter 2 through 4, but cast them into hell and committed them to the pits of darkness reserved for judgment. So exactly why does Satan hate us? Well, perhaps it's because he's a miserable being, bound by eternal limitations. And he wants you and me to be just as miserable as he is. So here's the deal. Satan hates God with all his being, but God is perfect and untouchable. Unfortunately, we aren't. So Satan goes after God's children. Hey, that's you and me, folks. He's using his fallen nature against us and causing us to hurt one another and to turn our backs on God. So how do we let this happen? Well, that's a good question. Satan is crafty. He disguises his hatred and pretends to be our friend. He's only trying to help and protect us. Is his point of view. But once we let him into our lives, we start to hear the subtle whispers that appeal to our egos. Whispers, you say? Yeah. What kind of whispers? Well, here's a biggie. God doesn't want to hear from you, not after you ignored him all these years. But don't fall for that. God doesn't want to force anyone to follow or believe. But he is always close by to offer his hand. Believe this, God always wants to hear from you, even if it's been a while. Now here's another. The world is too wicked and scary for you to ever find happiness and peace. Fear seems to be one of Satan's favorite tools these days. Don't give in to the nonsense. Even in hard times, no, probably especially in hard times, God's right there for you, providing His strength, endurance, His hope, and His love. Now watch out for this one, because we hear it a lot. Because God loves you and you're already forgiven, your behavior really doesn't matter. You can do anything you want. Now that one is at least partially true. Yes, I can do anything I want. And after the enormous sacrifice of Christ, what I want is to show Him honor and praise. Christians don't do good works to earn their salvation. We do good works because we're saved.